Welcome to the Data Channel, and you are watching SQL Bootcamp for Data Professional series. And as part of this video, we'll be discussing about DML, that is Data Manipulation Language, as in SQL. So in SQL, in the previous video, we have seen there is something called as DDL. So after DDL, so where you create a tables, modify tables, alter tables, rename the columns, add columns, right? Create the databases. So you are physically impacting the structure and the schema of the artifacts. But when it comes to the data manipulation language, where you are purely working on the data, right? So where you are inserting, updating, or deleting the data to a different artifacts. It may be a table, it might be view, right? So you touch upon these like data elements in the data manipulation language. So using this insert, update, and delete query, right? So if you are new to this channel, we would recommend you to please subscribe and also press bell button for instant notifications. So let's get started. So as part of this DMLs, right? So where it is, we're talking about as a DMLs. So DML, we have a insert, we have updates, and we have deletes, right? So all of these commands we can use for with the different artifacts. Like as I said, it can be used on a table, it can be used on a uh, database, right? You can create a database, you can delete a database, right? So there are different like you can insert into a table. So mostly these operations are happening on the table, right? So DMLs usually happen on the tables, right? Because that is where the data is physically getting stored, right? So let us see the examples, how exactly it looks like, and we can see few DMLs, what exactly, why we call it as a DMLs, and what are the basic examples of DMLs. So as part of the DMLs, right? So first you need to make sure the table is created and the table is existing, right? So that we can execute the different DMLs and try around the different DML options. So as you can see, the table is existing. So now we are good to try with the different DML statements, right? So let us try with kind of executing the insert statement where I'm having giving employee ID, name, and salary, and I'm kind of execute this, but it is telling name doesn't exist. Because let's refresh and see what exactly the name is. So name is first name, so we need to give that as first underscore name, right? So now let us try to again. So we are able to insert, like we are able to insert this record, and now again we will try to insert a record, one more record, right? So with name called Roger Allen, and we'll just give as 2000. So let's try to insert it, but we are getting a primary key constraint because there is a constraint active here on the employee ID table. It cannot take duplicate values, so that is a primary key constraint, right? So when you're doing a data manipulation language, so all these constraints will come into picture, whether it is a uh, this constraint, or there might be a some not null constraint. So if you're having a not null constraint, if you try to insert a null in that particular column, so that will also throw error. So let's try to insert multiple values. As you can see here, it was only one row we inserted, but here we are trying to insert multiple rows in one command. Right, again the name is a problem. Just make it as a first name and we'll execute this. So it executed, and you can simply make it as select star from employees and try it out. So where you are able to see the, so I have not inserted any records here, that's why it is null, and because it is nullable column, it can take null. Okay. And the next important thing is the update command, where update is also a data manipulation language because you are updating the particular records which are already existing. So as you can see, this is how the syntax look. You can give the condition here, and you need to give the table name here, which table you want to execute, and based on what condition you want to execute this update, and what are the columns you want to get it updated. So you can give multiple conditions and multiple columns, comma separated. So the condition should be separated by AND condition or condition, but the set column, whatever you want to have multiple set, you need to give separated via comma. So now let us try to see one simple example where I want to update a salary of employee 101. So employee 101 currently is having 5,000 salary. I want to update his salary to 5,500. Let me try to execute it. So it is executed, and now if you see the employee 101 salary is updated. Okay, and as I said, like you can even have the option of giving the multiple conditions here, right? So you are able to give the condition here, like the name should be this and the employee ID should be this, right? So only then you can update that. So name is actually first name again, right? So let's try to execute and see. So now you can see the this record has been updated to 7,000. So similarly, you can even um, update multiple values. So if this is a case, so I want to update his salary to 8,000, and also I want to make his name as instead of Jane Smith as Jane S, right? So let's try to execute this and see. So it already kind of updated both the values. You can see it updated the salary also, it updated the first name also. So the set condition is can be having multiple set whatever you want to do with the comma separated value, but the where condition should have like separated with the under or condition basically, right? So you can think of multiple complex scenarios here. So feel free to comment in the comment section if you have any doubts, right? So then you have a delete command. So delete also works similar to update, but you need to be pretty careful when you are working with delete, because so this is a simple condition where I want to remove one record. So this is fine. This is well and good. You are able to delete it. But suppose if you don't execute the where condition, accidentally it will delete the entire table itself. It's gone. Like imagine you are working in a project where you run a delete table or even the update table without where condition. Update also can work without where condition. That means so if you don't have where condition, it applies to the entire table itself, right? So that's why when you're running update or delete, so the where condition is a must, and you need to be making sure that where condition is properly written. Okay, and there is a lot of instances in production. People will accidentally don't use the where condition for updates and deletes, and it will create a lot of mess for obvious reasons. So these are the basic DML operations, what we can call, that is insert, update, and delete. So apart from that, you have merge operation where it's something looks like this, right? Let me bring that merge operation here. So where you have this, and you can use a complex merge operation, okay? But it again depends on the SQL whether whether the SQL that you are using will support these kind of operations, but you can still use the merge operation. So this is basically in Oracle or SQL. So let's say you want to update the salary of an employee if they already exist, or insert a new employee if they don't. So that is where merge condition comes into picture. So this kind of syntax works in Oracle and SQL Server, right? So this is how it looks like. Okay. So you can try this merge option out as a kind of assignment, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section. And so we just simply explained the DML in this video, right? Data manipulation language in a simple manner. So if it is useful, please free to comment in the comment section and share it with your friends, and also hit like button, and please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.